So take a deep breath in. Can you hear me all right back there? Okay. Let's take a deep breath in, raising our hands above our head as we come into class, into setting an intention. Take a deep breath up at the top. Exhale, bring your hands down towards your heart slowly. We'll do that 2 more times. Take a deep breath in. Eyes can be closed or open. Gaze to the third eye in the middle of your forehead. Deep breath in, fullest at the top. Exhale, hands to the heart, coming down slowly. 1 more time. Deep breath in, hands above our heart. Stretch out that spine to the top. Sit up tight. Exhale when ready, hands to the heart, slowly coming down. Set an intention for our practice today. Beautiful day in Mexico. Enjoying this beautiful yoga session with our group felt community. Diving in. Namaste. Let's take a deep breath in again, 2 more cycles. Exhale, hands to the heart. What we're doing with the breath centering right now is gathering our focus as we breathe in. Deep breath in, gathering our focus and bringing that focus right into our body, controlling our breath. Exhale, hands to the heart. Deep breath in again, raising our hands above our heads, sitting up tight and tall. Exhale slowly, hands to the heart. We'll bring our hands to our knees. We'll do a short meditation to start off. We'll do a controlled breathing. It'll be counting to 8, breathing in, holding to 4, and then exhaling to 8, holding to 4 again. It's a rectangular breathing that we'll go in and do. So it's take a deep breath in, just normal exhale, in and out just to get ready. Deep breath in. Exhale. On the count, start breathing in slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in fully and hold to 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out completely and hold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale completely and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eyes closed, gaze to the third eye, hold completely. 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale completely and hold. 2, 3, 4. We're slowing our cycles down. We inhale fully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale completely and hold. 2, 3, 4. One last cycle. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in fully and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale slowly. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Let everything go and breathe in normally. What we've done through this breath cycle is we've controlled our prana, our breathing, and brought it into a very focused structure. So as we go into the practice, we'll be able to carry ourselves through remembering the breathing. With that, let's take a deep breath in, raise our hands above our head. On the exhale, hands to the heart. Deep breath in again, hands. Taking a deep breath in above your head. On the exhale, let's bring the right hand down to the right side. Left hand goes over as we bend over to the right side, opening up the left side. And as you do so, breathing, continue that breathing cycle. Deep breathing cycles here. 2 breathing cycles. In, out. In. On the exhale, let's flip it over to the other side, taking the left hand over to the left side of the mat. Right hand stretches over. Sit bones grounded. Deep breath in, deep breath out. 1. Exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale. The next, breathe in again one more time. And exhale, just coming up to the hands above your head. On the exhale, swing it over with your right hand going to the back, left hand going onto your right knee and twisting over to the back side, taking a deep breath in. Head over your right shoulder, deep twist in. On the exhale, flip it over to the other side, taking the right hand over to the left knee, left hand going behind your back, closer to your back so that you can sit up straight. As you twist, you might need to pull in your navel to your spine for the deeper engagement in your core abs. On the exhale, come back into easy, taking a deep breath in, hands above our head. On the exhale, let's take those hands behind and clasp them behind, pushing our hands away from us, opening up the shoulders, stretching out that neck area. Glad we're in a resort, so we're not stressed out. Hopefully we're not. But I welcome you to roll your neck around. As you roll your neck around, continue that rolling. At the hips. Slowly come up back into seated, into easy. Let's take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, let's come onto our fours. As we go into cat-cows, we come onto our knees and our hands. When you come onto your hands, please make sure to put the pressure on all your fingers as well. You don't want to just put it on your wrist because you'll damage the wrist. So when your hands come down, ensure there's pressure on all fingers and you're spreading that pressure around. Knees bit hip width apart so you have movement here to drop your belly. Take a deep breath in, drop your belly into cow and stretch your neck open upwards. Deep breath in. On the exhale, do the exact opposite, curving your back upwards. Inhale, drop that belly. We're lubricating the spine. We're moving, having the spinal fluids move as we go into cat-cow. Exhale. Inhale, drop that belly. Drop it so that your tailbone lifts up. Exhale, curving over. Inhale, drop it, drop the belly again. Take a deep breath in, neck raised up. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale, curving that back. We come into flat back. As we come into flat back, prepare to go into downward facing dog by bringing your toes to your mat, and we slowly lift ourselves upwards. As you lift yourselves upwards, you'll come into your downward facing dog. Your heels may touch the mat, they may not. Okay, at times I might just take a break just to look at what everyone's doing, but please continue on. Don't shift with me if you're looking. But with your hands on the mat, your feet, your toes on your mat for sure. Your heels may be on the mat, may not be, depends on how your wrists, your ankles are feeling. Let's walk that dog out in that spot. So we're going to now start to walk out our dog, move those ankles slowly. Keep on moving those ankles so that you're flexing your ankles. You're giving them a warm-up. So continue moving your feet up and down as you walk through, walking that dog in one spot. Continue your breathing, which should be very focused, controlled breathing throughout. Remember the pressure on all your hands, on all your fingers, equal distance pressure. Taking a deep breath in, come into steady as we go into our first flow. So steady yourself, pick up your breath, controlled breathing. Let's lift that right leg up in the air into three-legged dog. Take a deep breath in into three-legged dog. Exhale, swing forward, bringing your nose to your knee. Inhale, raise that three-legged dog. Raise the right leg up again. Exhale, bring your nose to your knee. Inhale, raise that right leg up. Exhale, bring your nose to your knee. Two more times, raise that right leg up. Exhale, nose to knee. One last time. Inhale, raise that right leg up. On the exhale, bring your knee to your elbow. So we're coming into a plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right leg comes to your right elbow. Kick that foot out. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, bring your right leg to your right elbow, and your knee is kicked out to your side. Your foot is kicked out to your side into a plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Bring your foot down, and we'll go over to the other side. Catch your breath. Catching your breath, let's raise that left leg upwards into three-legged dog. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, three-legged dog. And we're going to go to the side. You bring your knee to your elbow, kicking your left foot out into a plank. Inhale, raising three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee goes to your left elbow, kicked out. Inhale, raising into three-legged dog. Left leg kicks out on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, folks. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And bring that foot. Come onto your knees. And you can come into child's pose by either extending your arm, bring your forehead to the mat, or you could come together with your knees together and bring your hands behind you as you bring your forehead to the mat. Yogi's choice which way you want to go. When you're sitting on your thighs, sit flat on your thighs if you're able to, and bring your forehead to the mat. Another good way, at least for women, to come into child's pose is to spread those knees mat width apart, creating space where the tummy and the upper torso can come to rest, so you have a deeper interaction with your lower back, because we've created that space for the body. Arms in the front. Deep breath in, deep breath out, controlled breathing. Slowly glide forward as we come out of child's pose and we go into cobra. Slowly bring your knees together slightly and then come to the mat, laying on the mat. As you lay on the mat, bring your hands in the front and your elbows and your wrists are on the mat. Slowly start to raise yourself up into Sphinx pose. Keep your legs active in the back. And if you're able to go further in, I invite you to raise your hands further so you can come into cobra. Straightening up those arms. Remember, this is your practice and you want to do it safe. You don't care how somebody else is doing it. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Controlled breathing throughout. On the exhale, slowly let that drop. Bring your hands to your shoulders, to the sides of your shoulders as we prepare to bring our toes to the mat and raise ourselves slowly into downward facing dog. As we come into downward facing dog, let's give that a quick trot on the feet, on the ankles, on the feet, just to warm up for the next set. We'll go into the warrior sequence here in the next set. So coming down into downward facing dog. Let's raise that right foot up on the inhale. On the exhale, swing forward and bring that right foot in the middle of your hands. And as you bring it, as you come steady with your right foot onto the mat, your fingers are probably raised onto the mat, bracing yourself. Slowly release those hands, trusting yourself with your strength, raising up with your right knee bent. As your right knee is bent, you're into a high lunge. Steady yourselves, grip. We're going to go into a flow here as well. So, inhale, I want you to raise up. On the exhale, I want you to go lower. You're providing inhale, continue that inhale and exhale. You're providing mobility to your hips. You're providing stretch in your hamstrings. And if you pull your tummy in, you're working your abs at the same time. So if you pull your navel to your spine, you're working your abs. and maintaining your focus, you'll realize that you breathe in. As you breathe in and you exhale, you are mindfully able to move, create that flexibility in your body. Let's come into our high lunge at the stand with the right knee straightened out. Drop that left heel onto the ground, and let's bring our hands parallel to the mat. Right knee is bent in warrior one. Take a deep breath in, lunge forward, and then raise your right hand over, left hand comes onto your left thigh. Gaze could be straight. Deep breath in, deep breath out, creating flexibility here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Get ready on the exhale to swing forward, bringing that right elbow to your right knee, left hand going over. Keeping your right hand active, left hand above, gaze straight. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Notice the straight line that you have from your top of your fingers to your left leg. Nice deep stretch. You might feel some hamstring pulls here. Deep breath, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we'll straighten out that right leg into extended side angle, bringing our right hand to the right ankle, left hand going upwards. Gaze could be either downwards, sideways, or upwards to the sky. It's a beautiful sky. Deep breath in, deep breath out. On the exhale, let's bring those hands to the mat as we swing ourselves forward. And I'll invite you to keep your hands on the mat. Raise your left leg up as you really give it a good stretch on your hamstrings. So you're into, your right foot is down, flat, left foot parallel to the ground, fingers onto the mat. There are a few advanced poses we can do here, but I think I'll stop here, from here. On the exhale, I invite you to take your left foot down onto the mat, take your right foot back into downward facing dog, and take a deep breath cycle here. Take a deep breath cycle, because we're going to go to the other side. All right. On the next breath in, let's raise that left leg up into a three-legged dog. Head in between your hands, your arms, so that you have a nice deep stretch in your upper shoulder. On the exhale, let's swing forward, placing that left leg in the middle of your hands. Brace ourselves into runner's lunge. As we stretched out in runner's lunge, slowly on the inhale, release, leave those hands and bring them up to the sky. Whoa. No, you're okay. It's yoga, it's your own body. As we come into high lunge, knee bent, you'll be better served by bending your knee here so that you bring gravity, your abdomen, your navel, your gravity in check to prepare you for the next flow. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Next deep breath in, prepare to bring your right heel to the mat. Arms come parallel to the ground. Tuck your navel to your spine so your tailbone gets pulled in. Deep breath in. Exhale. On the next deep breath in, lunge forward. Raise that left hand over behind your head. Right hand comes to your right thigh into peaceful warrior. You're breathing in, breathing out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. On the exhale, let's take that left elbow to the left knee. Right hand goes over into side angle. That straight line from your hand to your right foot Imagine a straight line as you extend out. Deep breathe in. On the exhale, let's straighten out that left leg. Take our right hand to the, take a left hand to the left ankle, and the right hand goes to the sky. Gaze can either be downwards, sideways, or to the beautiful sky up top. With the palm trees. Feel the deep stretch in your left leg this time. The deep hamstrings. They're getting a nice workout. Slowly swing out. Bring your hands to your mat. And balancing on your left foot. I will be stopping here, but I'm going to talk you through it. Balancing on your left foot. Raise your right foot above so that it's parallel to the ground. Take a deep breath cycles here. For those that are advanced, if you wish, you could let your hands go and bring them to your heart in prayer. But if you want to stop here, completely okay with that too. I'll invite you to come into your downward facing dog from here. As we complete the warrior sequence, when you're in downward facing dog, ensure that your hands are stretched out and your head is in between your arms. When your head is in between your arms and your shoulders slightly flat, you'll get a deeper stretch. I'll walk around and I'll just tap on your backs just so you can get a little bit of alignment. A little bit down, a little bit down. Yeah. Deep breath in, deep breath out. No, straighten up. Okay. And from here, come into child's pose with your knees hip mat width apart, laying in forward, taking a quick break. Again, coming hip width apart, bringing your lower back closer to the ground, giving your space to your stomach. You'll be able to breathe in deeply. Deep breath in, deep breath out. We're about halfway there. We're going to go into a warrior sequence next, so it's important to catch your breath. We'll do 5 of the warriors of the sun salutations. Mistake. Sun salutations is what we're going to go into. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Slowly, let's come back, walk your way back into the top of your mat. How you get there is not totally your choice. Top of the mat as we come up standing. And to prepare ourselves for the sun salutations, we're going to warm up our body a little bit in the lower joint area. All right, keep your feet hip width apart. As we're hip width apart here, we'll swing over into a weeping willow. Just swinging from left to right. Clasp, hitting your hands on your butt. So you give your butt a nice massage. Lots of sitting that we do. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Slowly start to slower the pace as we come into stillness. The wind stops blowing, the weeping willow comes into stillness. And as we're in stillness here, bring our feet again, hip width apart. You're coming to the front of your mat because you'll need the space in the back. I think you need some more. Yeah. All right. Front of your mat. Let's take a deep breath in. Raising your hands above our head. Exhale, hands to the heart. Deep breath in again, hands above our head, and we begin the flow. Raising your arms, taking your arms behind, you're bending backwards, arms locking to your ears. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, bringing your hands to your mat, hinging at the hips. Inhale, take your right leg backwards, followed by your left leg into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground, puppy dog. Inhale, cobra, lifting up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot moves forward into runner's lunge. Exhale, left leg follows into forward fold. Inhale, we stand, lock our arms to our ears, bending backwards. Exhale. Inhale, hands to the heart. And we continue that cycle 4 more times, folks. Inhale, arms locking the ears, bending backwards. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg backwards this time first, followed by that right leg into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground, puppy dog. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes forward into runner's lunge. Exhale, right leg follows, forward fold. Inhale, arms raise up, locking to the ears, bending backwards. Nice, big bend. Exhale, hands to the heart. 3 more times. Inhale, raising up, arms behind. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg, foot goes backwards, followed by that left foot into runner's lunge. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground, puppy dog. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes forward into runner's lunge. Exhale, left leg follows, forward fold. Inhale, rising up, arms locking to the ears, bending backwards, nice and easy. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more times. Inhale, raising up, arms locking the ears, bending backwards. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg goes forward this time, followed by the right leg. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground, puppy dog. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes forward into runner's lunge. Exhale, right leg follows, forward fold. Inhale, raising up, arms locking to the ears, bending backwards. Exhale, hands to the heart. Last one. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg goes backwards, followed by that right leg into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground, puppy dog. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes forward into runner's lunge. Exhale, right leg follows, forward fold. Inhale, arms locking to the ears, bending backwards. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let everything go. Let's take a deep breath in, just raise our arms above our head. Just to get a deep, fresh oxygen into the lungs. Controlling the prana. Exhaling, bring your hands to your heart. And then letting the arms drop next to you as you take a break. For our next set, we'll be on the mat. Let's take a deep breath in. As arms are stretched up, I'd like you to spread your feet a little bit length width apart. As we come to length width apart, I encourage you to move to the center of the mat as well.
We're going to come into a squat part of asana. Asana is a great squat for helping us with creating space between our hips.
Taking a deep
breath in, navel pulled
to the spine.
exhale,
Releasing slowly as you release yourself down into Malasana. Lock your elbows to your knees on the inner side. Push them apart and bring your hands into prayer. And lower your sit bones down to the ground as lower as you can go. It'd be advantageous to you if you can bring your feet to the mat, your heel as well, if you're able to. If not, that's okay too. As you're stretched out, remember to keep your back straight. You don't want to bend your back. This is a great pose for women and for men to bring blood flow into the groin area. And everyone has roots in India. This is also a great squatting pose that people go to party with, right? So we all know that. That's an easy one. Deep stretch in. Take 2 cycles of breath here. Gaze, eyes closed, gaze to the third eye. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in again. On the exhale, let those arms go and rest on the mat. Steadying your left arm on the mat, take your right arm and raise it above to the side, taking it over to the left side, giving yourself a deep stretch. On the exhale, let's bring that hand down. Let's go over to the other side, raising that left arm upwards. And you start to notice you'll have different motion in both the arms. On the one side, you might have a deeper motion. On the other side, you may not. That just tends to where your body's tight at that you have to bring it down. Welcome to bring your hands back down to the mat. And slowly from here, we'll go into what we call a wood chopping sequence. Wood chopping sequence is a great flow. And I'll just give you everyone a demonstration for it. As we sit in Malasana, bring your hands together, right? As if you're holding an axe. Raise up, taking a deep breath in. Your arms above your head. And exhale. Down, chop that wood, right? Take a deep breath in.
Stand up, and we'll begin.
Exhale, bring on down, focus, chopping that wood.
Raising up.
Exhale, bringing down. 2. Raising up.
You're creating breath
throughout the body. And as we're doing this, we're using our prana,
a life force,
to have a controlled motion of breathing, making our movements easier.
Which is in daily
life as well. Sometimes we forget to breathe when we're anxious or we're
stressed.
Remember to breathe so you can have a calm, collected mind when making decisions. Exhale, bring your hands down. One more time, last one. In and coming on down. From here, we'll come seated onto the mat. Into Dandasana. Dandasana is sitting up, bring your feet forward, sitting up straight onto the mat, spine straight like a stick, Danda as it's called. Hands on your knees, and we're breathing in and breathing out. Eyes closed, third eye gaze. Steady that breath. Slowly come into present. We'll shift by going into a deep twist on the side. Bring our right foot in towards the groin. Flip it over the left leg. Grab your right knee with your left elbow. Right hand coming to the back. Stretching out. Head looking over your right shoulder into a deep stretch. Remember to keep that back straight. Bring your right hand closer to the spine so that you can sit up tall. You sit up tall, deep stretch in, deep stretch out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. On the next deep breath in, prepare to flip to the other side. Exhale, let's flip on to the other side. Bring that right leg out, left leg in towards the groin, and then over to your left, over the right side of your left foot. Grab your knee, left knee with your right elbow, left hand going behind your back. Head looking over your left shoulder for the deeper stretch. And head looking over your left shoulder. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's release. Come into Dandasana again. We'll go into some deep stretches. Bring our right foot, right heel into the groin. Sitting up tall in your sit bones. Take a deep breath in, raising your hands above your head. On the exhale, let's try and grab that left foot. It may be your left ankle, it may be in the middle of your left shin, whatever you can do. It could be right below your knee. Okay, keep your back straight. That's the important part. Keep your back straight wherever you end up. Try and keep that foot straight if you can by bringing your heel into your groin so that you have that space. Heel into your groin, foot down. Your hands can be either on your shin or your knee, whatever's comfortable, or it could be touching your foot, whatever you're comfortable with. Keeping the back straight is important. Everyone's flexibility is different, and remember, this is your practice. So it's important to do it safely with your body. In here, 2 deep breath cycles, okay? Deep breath in. Release, exhale. Deep breath in again. Release, exhale. Slowly, traveling your hands onto your leg, sit up, and I say slowly because if you jerk, you might pull a muscle. As you come seated, release that right leg out, and we'll go to the other side by bringing your left heel into the groin area for most flexibility and openness. Taking a deep breath in, raising up. It won't come and bite you. Exhale, grab for the left knee, shin, ankle, foot, wherever you go. Every day is different, is what I've noticed in my practice. Sometimes I can get I can get to my feet early in the morning. Sometimes I just can't. It all depends on how well we've slept, what stress we have, that we're holding in our bodies. So every day is different. Take a deep breath, 2 deep breath cycles here. Let's take a deep breath in together. Exhale slowly. Deep breath in again. Exhale slowly. On the exhale, let's slowly travel our leg coming into seated, not to pull a muscle. And then bring those feet out together. From here, we're going to lay down on the mat. As we lay down on the mat, we're going to go into bridge pose. And I'll walk you through what the bridge pose is. You're laying down. Do you want to demonstrate? Do you want to demonstrate bridge pose? You want to come over here so people can see? So as you're laying into bridge pose, you're lying down. You then slowly bring your feet towards your sit bones. You bring them in, right? Bring your feet in. Hema's demonstrating, so I can talk you through, because we don't have speakers here. Slowly start to raise your torso upwards. So your feet are firmly planted on the ground. You're leveraging your hands and your arms on the ground, pulling yourself up. And then slowly start to take your hands under your back, clasping them together. Clasp your hands together into a grip. When you clasp your hands together, bring your palms together. I see people have their palms wide open or things like that. No, bring your palms together as you clasp. I'm showing it over here if anybody wants to see. And as you clasp your hands together, bring your chest to your chin and your shins forward. And take deep breaths in. We're countering some of the movements with our back that we've done so far. Countering the movements in your back. Slowly release the hands only and bring them under your sit bones. Slowly release your hands, bring them under your sit bones so your hands are on the mat. Your hands are on the mat underneath your sit bones. So take your hands a bit inside. And slowly lower your sit bones onto your hands as we come into a fish pose, Matsyasana. Keep your thighs lifted. Okay, that's fine. Slowly, yep, bring your sit bones down now. Straighten out those feet. Raise your elbows, raise from your elbows, your torso, raise your torso up, hinging at the elbows. Let that shoulder drop over your head. Opening up the crown chakra, the throat chakra, and releasing a lot of stress from the upper body area. Hands in peace, breathing in slowly and exhaling slowly. Slowly start to lower yourself on the mat, releasing the hands from underneath your sit bones to the sides. As you take a deep breath, as we go into a couple of closing rounds, but before we go into a closing rounds, we'll do a shoulder stand. The shoulder stand is a bit challenging, so be careful with it. And if you can't go through it all the way, stop where you can. I'll invite you to bring your hands next to your body, hands on the mat, as you firmly give yourself rooting to stand up, okay? To lift yourself. Slowly raise hinging at your hips, raise your feet upwards, pointing towards the sky. So raising your feet, pointing up to the sky, using your hands as leverage to push down. You need the counter, right? Keep your hands here, you're good. Slowly start to raise your torso, your hips further up if you can, off the mat, and catch your lower back with your hands. Catch your lower back with your hands. So your lower back is on your hands are on your lower back. Your hands are supporting your lower back. Don't push yourself, Monty, you'll hurt yourself. Your hands are supporting your lower back, your hands are spread over. Catch that butt as you lift yourself hinged at the shoulders. Folks, it's safe to catch your own butt. Don't push yourself, Ranju. You'll hurt yourself. Slowly straighten your, continue that controlled breathing. And if you're able to go further, travel those hands to your upper back so that you're going into even a deeper stretch. If you're able to. And if you're able to go further, to take your toes behind your head and touch the ground, then you'll have just conquered plow pose. Don't push yourself because you can hurt your back. Whenever ready, you need to come down slowly. Release those hands. Let the hands travel through the back. Catch your butt. Let the hands travel through the back onto your lower thighs, and then upper thighs and then lower thighs. Bring yourself back to the mat. Safely and gently. Let the feet go down onto the mat. I got you. I got you. You got 4 more minutes. Hands, come on down, Ranju. Slowly start to lower your back, hips onto the mat. Perfect. Perfect. Everyone's on the mat. Let the feet go straight onto the mat, extend it out. Yeah. You got hot yoga happening here naturally. We're almost to the end. For one deep, nice twist, I'll invite you to bring your feet together. Feet together, pointed. Raise your left leg. Bring your arms into a T, arms to the T, to your sides. Your arms go left and right naturally onto the ground. You need that stability. Swing that left leg over onto the right side as you give your spine a deep twist. Take your head and look over to your left side. So your left foot is pointing to the right, your head is looking at the left, and you're giving your spine a nice deep twist. Safely and gently, folks. Deep breathe in, deep breath out. Hands onto the ground will help you to give you that stability, folks. I know it's just sand, you can shake it off later. Release your right leg, bring it centered, bring your head centered and take it to the other side. So now you're taking over your right leg, coming over to the left side, swinging it over to the left side, and your face, your sight, your gaze is opposite onto the right side this time around. Hands onto the ground will give you the anchoring that you need to ensure that your hip can go in for that deeper stretch. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Slowly bring your feet together as we come out of this pose and go into our last pose, which is Shavasana. So come into the mat on your back, bring your hands and feet together. And for me, this is the hardest pose. You laugh because Shavasana is just lying down peacefully. But the reason why it's the hardest pose is because we want everything in the mind to think about nothing. Everything that we have to do, whatever we have to do today, whatever's going on in life, whatever next calls you have to make after this or to-do lists, park them to the side as you let your mind travel through a vastness of space. I'll walk you through and we'll stay in for 2 minutes and then we'll walk out. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. As you flow your mind into ether, oblivion, space. Let the sounds not bother you because that's part of whole floating into space. What happens with the outside world happens. Slowly start to wiggle those toes, wiggle your fingers as we start to come out of Shavasana. Slowly wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, bring yourselves out. A minute for you to do whatever you want to do, but slowly when ready, glide, turn over to one side and slowly raise yourself up. Raise yourself up slowly because Blood will flow to your head if you move up too fast, and you'll get lightheaded. So slowly flip over to one side, raise yourself over, and come into easy pose as we come to close the yoga practice. Seetal's asleep already. So he's skippy. Let's take a deep breath in together, raise our hands above our head. Gaze to the third eye, eyes closed. Exhale, hands to the heart. I hope this practice was helpful for you. You enjoy the practice. Namaste.
Great job, Ashish.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Clearly, I have work to do.
We all have work to do. It's an ongoing journey for all of us.
Very well done.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Thank you.
Who's in it?
Lean in. Huh? Yeah, absolutely.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Excellent, thank you. All right. You're welcome. Birthday girl, had to give your request in. Every day. Every day. Yeah, we gotta gather our own mats to shake the dust off. I know.